Hello to all those who I don't know in real life. My name is Keith. I'm a high school history teacher. I teach a lot of AP classes, and like many people in my generation, and I suppose people of the generation above and below me, I am a lot more than just a teacher. As you can see from my wallpaper here, I am the father to a wonderful girl, and I also am a husband to an amazing woman. And I do a lot of other hobbies. I like to write, act whenever I can. I'm also, hey, a pro wrestler on the side. Who knew that was going to happen? And so I've always had a lot of different things going on, and I've always had a lot of trouble trying to keep everything straight. And when I was young, I could just basically do a lot of it off my memory or just an odd list or here and there. Now that I've got a lot more responsibilities, I really want to make sure I'm maximizing my time. So a few years ago, I stumbled upon something called Getting Things Done, which is the brainchild of David Allen, who is a phenomenal speaker. I would love to meet him one day or hear him speak. And he came up with this methodology called Getting Things Done, which really is about getting things off your mind. As he always says, your mind is for making ideas, not for holding them. And so, whereas I loved the methodology, I never really figured out a way to make it work for me until possibly now. So, what I've done is I've learned of this program called Ayoa, which is actually by Open Genius. I actually came to know it as first as Drop Task, but they've done a little retooling, and because of that retooling, currently they're giving everyone 20% off if you sign up. And as a teacher, I fortunately already get a 35% discount on it. So I basically was using Drop Task helped it helped me get through finals week, and I realized I needed to actually pay for it. And so when I did, they actually switched over to Ayoa, but everything still really works. So I thought I'd show you what you get. So when you sign into your account, there are three big things here. I'm going to start really here with the task board. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. This is what I originally saw, excuse me, for drop task. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to kind of graphically put different areas of your life. Like, this is my life stuff, this is my school stuff, here is my acting and kind of PR writing type stuff, and here is my wonderful wife. So, what you can do is you basically can go in and you can create little tasks anywhere throughout here. Okay, so for instance, let me do this. So like I realized one of my students emailed me something that I need to pass on to a staff at our school. So I need to pass on information ah, about student. Boom. All right. So I can add that. And then the other thing I can do is I can look over here and this task kind of opens up. So I can include importance. So it's very important. Not really urgent because I'm in the middle of summer break right now. Um, and then I'm going to go ahead and say that I should have this done. I said I want to make sure I send that email no later than Thursday. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll set myself a time just in case, because I don't know exactly what's going on at that point. So I'll just say noon on Thursday. If I want to create a reminder, I could do that as well. I could do that right here. So let's say we'll just go ahead and have it remind me just as a default 10 minutes before that time. So yeah, that's what I basically can do. I can also do the now, next, soon, but um, that would be something that I'm going to actually show you why I wait to usually assign those. So that's basically the canvas, which is kind of cool. And you can kind of take a look at your life if you're graphically oriented like I am. One of the things that people may say is like, okay, cool, I've got a bunch of tasks, um, but what else could I do with it? Well, this might not seem very helpful because it is kind of big, and as I use this more, this will get larger and larger. This is what sold me for it. Okay, wait for it, wait for it. I can switch from canvas mode to workflow mode. Boom, and there you go. So basically, everything is set out as your typical list program. One of the big things, if you know anything about GTD, is like, okay, that's fine, but how do I use my inbox? Well, you can use any sort of capture tool, like everything else with getting things done. One of the things that I've done is there is a phone app that you can get for Ayoa, and it allows you to uh, add things very quickly. So what I've done is I've just flat out made an inbox for me here. So my phone, when I open up Ayoa, it just goes straight to this, and so I can just put little things. So for instance, speaking of my phone, I have I have a new phone, so I need to get phone screens and a phone case for it. Okay. Also, this would help. I also need to go ahead and send back my old phone. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and add a task. I'm going to go ahead and I'll say send back old phone. And then the category. The categories are these big things up here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the category into devices, which you'll see in just a second. I'll add, boom, I've got that. So what else I can do is I can also just take these things. So when it comes to like processing my inbox, I figure in downtime or like the night before or whatever, I can just look at that and I can add these things, boom, to that. Then the other thing, let's see here. My cousin's getting married this weekend, so congratulations, Noah, and your lovely wife to be, Becky. You guys are amazing. Welcome to the family, Becky. So I need to research the drive, how long it's going to take me to get there. So I am just going to throw it up here into my generic life stuff. And then since I'm going to be in LA, I also realized that I should send out an APB to my LA friends. That would be for me under social media. So what I'm going to do is the other way I can do this, I can go over here, live stuff, social media, boom, it is now a part of social media. Okay, now the other things that is going to be helpful is since I'm about to go to LA, that's going to be very urgent. And, family comes first, so I'll say it's important, but it's not urgently important. Okay, and again, I need to send that out before I get there, so I'm going to add a due date. So let's go ahead and say let's say that I need to send that out on Wednesday. Okay, and let's go ahead and say it noon. All right, cool. Now, one of the things that I love about this is that if you go to your Google Calendar, since I have it synced to that, boom, you'll notice my KVH dashboard with Ayoa is red, and I've got those things listed out there. Just immediately put those two things in. All right, so we got that. Now, the other thing you'll notice is we've got things like now, soon, and that helps you kind of to know when you should get things done. So let me show you from this list. I can also look at things by urgency. So I can go ahead and I can take a look at that and decide. So for instance, today, one of the things I needed to do was sign up for autopay. I did that, so bam, task is completed. I can send congratulations to myself, and then yay. So if that's for you, that's for you. Oh, there's the confetti. All right. Um, so when it comes up to set up the phone, I also got that done today. So boom, and I've got that done. No confetti. I'm okay with that. All right. So one of the things I can do is I can kind of say, okay, what is super urgent? Like what needs to be done? And let me show you why I need to know that. So if I go to home, I have my planner. So watch this. So it takes everything and puts it into now, next, or soon. So what I figure is I take a look at this and I say, okay, did I get my things I need to get done today? Yes. I went to Target, I signed up the phones for autopay, and I got the tires done. So yay me. Okay, so what I would want to do is eventually is it's late on Tuesday night. I'm sorry, Monday night. I need to figure out my Tuesday. So what I could do is I could go to my dashboard. and say, okay, what things are very urgent, so on and so forth. So for instance, I need to pick up my beautiful wife from the airport. So that is definitely going to be a now. So definitely include that. And then birthday gift for said beautiful wife is important. So I'm going to go ahead and put that as a next. So I'm just starting that process, so I don't need to put it as a now. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm also going to go take my car in to get a little bit of service, so that'll be a now. And one of the other things I forgot to mention earlier, which is pretty cool, is if I go here, I can go over to my Google Calendar, and when it comes to Woody's, let's go ahead and edit that. So even though you can see it's in Ayoa, I can add the location. So you are about to get some free publicity here, Woody. Hope you care about that. So there we go. One of the best garages in San Diego. So I've got that in there. So it's all set. Okay. So I can go ahead and take a look. APB, I should get that done. I'll say that'll be a next if I've got time. Other thing I need to do is tomorrow I need to go get the new course articulation for one of my classes. So I've got that. Okay. Let's see if I've got time. Let's do the next. And do the AP World Summer assignment. I'm one of those weird teachers who actually does assignments. So I know how long it should take my students. So I'll put that as I'll go ahead and put that as a soon. So like my clean room ATP report, AP World Summer assignment is all going to be soons. The other thing I noticed here was I need to set up my computer. I'm going to make that as soon as well. So I'm slacking a little bit on that, but that's what it's like to be human. So I've got all that set. And then what I can do is I can view my full planner. So tomorrow, I know what I need to do is I need to pick up my wife at a specific time, go drop my car off at auto place at a certain time, and then I definitely need to go by my school to pick up that course articulation that was just sent to me by my college board. Once I'm done with that, or if I got free time, I've got that stuff I can do. And then as well, finish cleaning out my my high school room, and that is that. So, yeah, so we'll see how this works. Oh, the other thing I know that for some people is really important. I use this for myself, um, but other people use this for teams. And one of the big things with getting things done, you might say, is well, what about the waiting for list? So let's say for whatever reason, hopefully this isn't too much of a spoiler. Let's say that I needed to wait for something. So what I could do is, as up here, is I could go to tags. So if I was waiting for something, I could just do waiting for, okay? And so I add that. So if I'm waiting for something, like if I asked my wife, hopefully subtly, about some certain gift, and I was waiting for her response, then I would add waiting for. Now, what's great about it is I can also go to set my filters. So if I've ever got, because again, this will get into hundreds of items eventually. What eventually will happen is you'll want to be able to filter your tasks. So you can do it by all sorts of different things. So you can filter by tags, in my case, waiting for, and boom, that is the one thing I am waiting for. So if I'm ever wondering about that, I could do that. The other thing that isn't directly here, but is pretty easy to include, would be a someday maybe list. And that could be, if it's something that would be directly on your horizon within like a month or whatever, then you could put it under soon. Or you could definitely make a category of that, or you could make a tag for someday maybe. So yeah, that's essentially Ayoa. I think it's pretty cool. It's been working well for the past week or two. So it is a little bit, it is just a little bit of money every month. But like I said, I was so good at getting things done, and the stress was much lower than normal, so I thought it was worth it. So, would not be surprised whatsoever, though, if the Alphabet company or Google said, you know what, this is a pretty cool program, so we're going to buy it out. So, yeah, that's it. If you have any other hints for me, or if you have any other productivity programs that you think are great, I'd love to see it in comments. Thank you so much.